Today's notes are number 202, dividing integers. Go ahead and get out your notes. Make sure they're open for this. We got some vocabulary review. Dividend. Dividend is the number that you're dividing into. The divisor is what you're dividing by, and the quotient is your answer to a division problem. Commutative property is where the numbers would move, like 3 plus 4 plus 5. You could rewrite 3 plus 5 plus 4. You can also do that with multiplication. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is the division involving a 0. When can you divide by 0 or when can you not? All right. So the key idea is dividing integers with the same sign. So again, I would circle same sign. So the quotient of two integers with the same sign is always positive. So if you have two positives, your answer is positive. Two negatives, your answer is still positive. So the same as we did with multiplication. Now dividing integers that have different signs. If they're different signs, you have one negative, your answer is going to end up being a negative. Doesn't matter which one's negative, if it's the first one or the second one, the bigger one or the smaller one, still answer is going to be a negative. And then division by 0 is undefined, and we'll get into that some more. So negative 18 divided by negative 6, this is in your notes, shows you that negative 18 and negative 6 both have the same sign, so we know our answer is going to be a positive 3. So the quotient is 3. All right, turn your page in your notes. So division can be written more than one way. This is how sometimes you'll see it with the little division. The first number is what goes in the house. The second number goes on the outside. The other way to write it as a division is like a fraction. Fractions are really division problems. So this one right here, you still only have one negative. So your answer is going to be a negative 3. And this one over here, there's only one negative. So your answer is going to be a negative 9. So if it's written like a fraction, it is division. So let's go ahead and try solve some. Oh, let's see what this is. So if a and b are integers, then it's showing you can have your negative sign either on the side, on top, or on bottom. They're all negative. So it doesn't matter where the negative sign is, the whole fraction's negative. All right, so what's 14 divided by 2? 7. Number 2, 2 negatives, so I know my answer's going to be positive. 32 divided by 4, 8. Number 3, 2 negatives again, so I know it's going to be positive. 40 divided by 8 is 5. Now, this, you can have a 0 first. That's okay. So as long as the 0 is first, when you divide it, it's going to be a 0. It's not going to be a negative 0 because 0 is neither negative nor positive. So, number 5. Negative 49, positive 7. Since there's only one negative, my answer is going to be a negative 7. Number 6, again, I only have one negative. 21 divided by 3. Remember, top number go in the house, bottom number on the outside. You would end up with a negative 7. All right, turn the page. Now, these ones, they don't want the answer. They just want to know, would the answer be positive or negative? So if there's only one negative, your answer is going to be a negative. What about two negatives? Positive. And only one negative? Negative. So you should be able to get the sign without even having to do the work. All right, which expression does not belong with the other three? Explain your reasoning. So if we look at this one right here is going to give me a -2. This one right here is going to give me a -2. That one's a +2, and that one's a -2. So you notice where the negative is doesn't affect the answer. If there's two negatives, your answer is positive. So that's the one that doesn't match because your answer would be a positive. All right, the dividing by 0. 0 can be on top. So 0 divided by 6 would go 0 times. 0 times 6 is 0. Subtract, no remainder. So this one is 0. Now this one, if you did 18 divided by 0, 0 times what is 18? And if you tried it 0, no. So this one you can't do, which means it is undefined. So undefined if you can't do it. All right, what about the next one? Okay, the zeros first, so that would go in the house. So it's okay to have a 0 in the house. You just can't have it on the outside. So that can actually go 0 times. All right, last page. One problem left. You read 105 pages of a novel over 7 days. What is the mean number of pages you read each day? Now, mean is where you add up all the pages and then divide by number of days. Well, they already gave you all the pages, 105. So on this one, we're going to do the 105, and we're going to divide it by 7 days. So 7 goes into 10 one time. I bring down the 5. 7 into 35 goes 5 times. So what's the mean number of pages you read each day? 15 pages a day. All right, there is going to be a mean problem on the test, so make sure you know how to do mean. All right, you're going to go ahead and start on homework number 202. If it's on big ideas, make sure you put your answers in there. Otherwise, do it on your paper in your packet and turn that in to me when you get back to school.